potential and very serious threat to Jabot.
I've stolen Kane's AI program. I want to make a deal with you. Are you interested?
The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers for Thursday, January 8th, reveal that Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, will provide some shocking Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, leverage while Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, change it up. For starters, Phyllis may find Kane wallowing a bit following Lily Winter's, Crystal Khalil, decision to leave town and get away from him. Once Phyllis hears what happened, she may offer up a big "I told you so" and suggest Lily's always going to let Kane down. Of course, Phyllis will use this as more proof that Kane should stop trying to be good enough for Lily. Instead, Phyllis may keep hoping Kane will revisit his dirty Aristotle Dumas side and enter another alliance with her. Since Kane and Phyllis will change things up according to Y&R spoilers, they may embrace a fresh start in their partnership. Perhaps Phyllis will finally convince Kane to move on from Lily and focus on other endeavors. As for Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, he'll return home following his own discussion with Kane and give Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, updates. Jack may admit Kane hinted about a way to score proof that Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, used the AI program, but he warned it wouldn't be easy to pull off. Of course, with Phyllis tangled up in Kane's storyline, no one's loyalty is guaranteed. There could be multiple paths to betrayals depending on who decides to be a backstabber in all this. Fortunately, Kyle will pop up with an alternative solution for Jack and Diane. It turns out Kyle will have a bargaining chip that the Abbotts can use to their advantage. Once Diane and Jack question Kyle about it, he'll spill some stunning Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, news and reveal how this ties in with Victor. Kyle may find out that Victor used the AI program to wipe out Matt's finances and could perhaps get his hands on some proof, too. The Abbotts may not even need evidence that Victor's illegal activities destroyed Arabesque if they can prove his criminal behavior against Matt. Kyle may think this could be the ticket to forcing Victor into a deal and getting him to surrender the AI program. Over with Audra Charles, Zuleika Silva, and Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, they'll reach an agreement. Holden will decide against divulging anything more to Claire Newman, Haley Erin, about his past with Audra, who'll be on the same page about making peace. After Audra and Holden will stop all the bickering, they'll resolve to do whatever they can to make sure the rest of their LA history stays buried. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Holden and Audra will run into some snags along the way, so stay tuned. The air in Genoa City crackles with the static of impending betrayal, desperate gambits, and alliances shifting like desert sands. In a Thursday episode that promises to redefine power dynamics across multiple fronts, Kyle Abbott is poised to make a move so audacious it would give even his grandfather pause, while Phyllis Summers and Kane Ashby prove that sometimes the most unlikely partnerships are born in the foxholes of corporate and personal warfare. This is not a day for the faint of heart. Kyle's dangerous game. Playing with the devil's own playbook. All eyes are on Kyle Abbott as he steps onto the most precarious tightrope of his career. Fresh off the revelation of Victor Newman's covert, multi-generational plan to secure the future of Newman Enterprises, a plan that strategically sidelines Kyle in favor of Victoria and, ultimately, Claire, Kyle is simmering with a volatile mix of betrayal, ambition, and righteous indignation. He trusted Victor, believed in the grand vision, only to discover he was merely a placeholder, a pawn sacrificed for a bloodline he's not part of. But Kyle is no longer the impetuous young man blindly seeking approval. He has evolved into a strategic, if currently wounded, player. And on Thursday, he decides that if Victor Newman plays chess while everyone else plays checkers, then it's time to learn the game. His shocking leverage. The complete, detailed files on Victor's master plan, which he has somehow managed to secure. The spoilers suggest Kyle doesn't just have vague suspicions, he possesses documentary evidence, perhaps digital records, private correspondence, or a damning recording, that outlines Victor's long game to cement Claire's position and use Kyle as a temporary steward. This isn't just insider trading, it's the blueprint to the kingdom. Kyle's leverage is potent because it threatens to expose Victor's machinations to the very people he's trying to protect, his family. How would Victoria react knowing her father's support was conditional and part of a larger script? How would Claire handle the knowledge that her ascension was preordained, potentially undermining her own confidence and the legitimacy of her position? Kyle's target for this leverage is expected to be none other than Audra Charles. Still reeling from her own expulsion from the Newman orbit and burning with a desire for vengeance and reinstatement, Audra is the perfect volatile ally. Kyle's gambit will likely be a proposition. Help me use this information to destabilize Victor's plan from within, and together we can carve out a territory he cannot touch. It's a breathtakingly risky move. Leveraging Victor Newman is akin to poking a sleeping grizzly with a sharp stick. The fallout could see Kyle not just ousted from Newman, but utterly destroyed in the Genoa City business world. Yet, in his current state, the risk feels worth the potential reward, a legacy built on his own terms, not as a pawn in Victor's game. Phyllis and Kane, the scrappy underdogs, forge a new path. While Kyle plays a high-stakes game in the executive suites, another, scrappier alliance takes definitive shape at the Grand Phoenix and beyond. Phyllis Summers and Kane Ashby, two veterans of countless Genoa City battles who have each been knocked down more times than they can count, are officially changing it up. Their partnership, born out of mutual need and a shared nothing-left-to-lose attitude, moves from casual scheming to a formalized business strategy. Thursday's episodes will see them putting concrete plans into motion. With Phyllis's unparalleled knack for disruption, insider knowledge, and hospitality savvy, and Kane's remaining corporate connections, surprising charm, and willingness to operate in grey areas, they are a uniquely dangerous duo. Their goal is no longer just survival, it's acquisition and growth. Spoilers indicate they will set their sights on a specific, struggling asset within the Genoa City landscape. Possibly a rival boutique hotel, a nightclub, or a media outlet that they believe they can turn into a goldmine. Their dynamic is the heart of this story. Phyllis, with her fiery intensity, is learning to channel Kane's calmer, more diplomatic approach when needed. Kane, in turn, is rediscovering his edge by embracing Phyllis's fearless, rule-breaking ethos. They are validating each other's strengths in a way no one else has in years. This isn't a romantic pairing, though the chemistry is undeniable, it's a meeting of two resilient minds. Their conversations are a mix of brutal honesty, gallows humor, and genuine mutual respect. As they change it up, they represent the disruptive spirit of the city's underbelly, threatening the established order simply by refusing to stay down. Crossfire and collateral damage. As these two major power plays unfold, the rest of Genoa City residents find themselves in the crossfire.